Everybody's Christopher Small, the owner of CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning, we do probate, we do it well. Today, I want to talk to you about mutual wills. In particular, what are they? Should you have one? And all the things in between. Before I get to that, though, I want to remind you, as always, if you have questions about this or anything else related to estate planning or probate, and you want to talk with us over the phone for free, you can do so by going to cmslawfirm.com. Okay, what in the heck is a mutual will? So this came out of a conversation I had with a potential client a couple of days ago. They were telling me that they'd already had a plan and they were trying to figure out what to do. Should they keep their plan? Should they update their plan? Does the plan do what they want to do? All these different things that you typically talk about when you have someone that has already done some estate planning. And I asked them what they had put together. First of all, by the way, just so you have an idea what the process is like, typically I'll ask to just some questions about people's family in general. Do you have kids? Do you have grandkids? What's that whole situation look like? I'll ask some information about assets. Do you own a home? Do you have retirement accounts? Do you have bank accounts? Own any businesses? Things like that. And then with that background information, it's way easier to give specific advice, specific thoughts about your current situation and what you have going on. So I did that with these potential clients, and I asked them, okay, tell me about your plan. And they said, well, we have mutual wills, and then we have a testamentary trust inside of our mutual will. All right, that all sounded really terrible to me, quite frankly. And I want to talk to you about it so that you don't make the same mistakes. Before we get to why it's so bad, let's talk about what a mutual will is in the first place. So a mutual will is essentially like a joint will. Now, if you are married, you can make a mutual will with your spouse, and it's a will that you make together, and you lay out how your distributions are going to go after the last spouse dies, and you both agree inside of the document that you are never going to change your will ever again, okay? So, can you see why that's a problem yet? Probably not. Okay, so imagine that you are married and you have kids and you make a mutual will, and then one of you dies, and then one of the kids goes and makes some major lifestyle changes, disowns you, cuts you out of your life, and does whatever else is mean and nasty that you can think of. With a mutual will, you cannot alter your will to distribute your assets to anybody else, theoretically and functionally, really. That's why mutual wills are pretty much a bad idea. In Washington State, right, which is where I am, everybody, it's a community property state, which means each spouse owns half of their property, which means each spouse can dispose of their half of the property any way that they want. And which also means when one spouse dies, the surviving spouse can distribute money, their assets any way that they want. If you want to not do that, you can do it with some trust planning. Just have to talk about it. And then to top it off, they had a testamentary trust, which if you've seen my videos in the past, or you can Google it. I don't like testamentary trusts. I think they're a bad idea. They require you to go through probate. They're public record. They're just bad all around. So when it comes to mutual wills, I am against them officially. I've actually never created mutual wills. I just don't see the advantage of it. I think that there are other ways that provide both flexibility and certainty when it comes to the type of scenario that we talked about. And often what the mutual wills are trying to solve, the problem they're trying to solve is they don't want one spouse to die, and then the surviving spouse just goes and does all kinds of crazy things against what the first spouse to die's wishes were. And so that's understandable. But there are other ways to solve that problem than mutual will, which is just, like I said, not good. All right, so that's it. Hopefully this made sense. Mutual wills, it's something that doesn't come up very often, but I like to talk about all the things related to estate planning, and so we talked about it today. As always, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you have a question or comment, please leave it. And if you want to talk more about estate planning or probate, and you want to talk with us, you can do so by going to cmslawfirm.com. All right, that is it. I am Christopher Small. I am the owner of CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning. We do probate. We do it well. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. I appreciate you. And I will talk to you again.